I volunteer to set an example for my two little boys to show them that if they volunteer in their community, they can improve their community.
Why do I volunteer? I think first and foremost, as the proud father of 4 teenage boys, it's important to lead by example. Second, volunteering is a way to give back to the community that's given us so much. It's a way to share love, spread happiness, and lift up our community. So please volunteer. It looks good on you.
I volunteer because my parents taught me from a young age it's very important to give back to the community that you belong to. One of my fondest memories growing up was volunteering every year at Christmas time with my father. He worked for a company that would go out and raise money and then buy gifts for families in need. We would go for a couple days straight and just wrap so many gifts. And then on Christmas Eve, my father would actually dress up like Santa Claus and go around making deliveries to families in need. And to see the looks on those kids' faces, it really just warmed my heart. And so to this day, it's a memory that I hold on to. My father passed now 15 years ago, and so every time I volunteer, it makes me feel closer to him. That's why I volunteer.
I volunteer because I care about people and because I know there is a need.
I volunteer because it makes a difference.
So why do I volunteer? Well, it's simple. It's the right thing to do. I believe we all have been given gifts, talents, and resources, and that they should not just be used to benefit ourselves, our families, and our friends, but to serve others and give back and make a positive impact on our communities. For me, it's the smile on the face of a single parent that has fallen on hard times that receives an unexpected box of groceries. It's the joy on an orphan boy's face when volunteers come out to spend time with them. It's the humbling feeling of serving and building relationships with those that are in our homeless community. When I look around the world today and you see a declining economy, poverty, homelessness, sickness, and injustice, you can look at it and see it as a problem too big to solve, or we can look at it as an opportunity for us to mobilize a coalition of like-minded people to volunteer our time, our talents, and our treasures to give back and make an impact on our communities. And that's why I volunteer.
I volunteer because it's just how I grew up, always watching my mother giving and helping. I knew when I started my own family that I wanted to set that same example for my children. I also volunteer because I always get back way more than I give.
Hello, I'm here to share a little bit about how and why I volunteer. And so I volunteer in a number of capacities, depending on what season of life I'm in. But I think it's all typically the same reason. I tend to volunteer because I want to make a difference in this world. And I know that I won't change the world in and of myself, but if I can be a part of something bigger than me, bigger than even my own purpose, somebody else's purpose, if I can just help, in some way, and whether I see that tangibly in front of me or I don't, either way is just as great. And I just want to help people and see their days and their lives made better. I also am really passionate about bringing about change that will be more long-term and more sustainable for people. So I do tend to volunteer for nonprofits that I see making that long-term change, and a lot of them do, and that's really encouraging to see. Excited to keep volunteering with you all, excited to keep learning and growing, and thank you for listening.